can't lose. No, we can't lose it.
Enjoy it while it lasts. Gambling gods, fickle bunch.
Oh, yeah.
So easily
We
affected.
have a shooter and a good one coming out for a new point. Get your bets down, ladies and gentlemen. He's a rolling point is 9, place 9. 9 a winner. Got a hot hand. Place your bets, ladies and gentlemen.
They bet on absolutely anything. Don't make them prove.
He let it ride and won. Love that.
You're tuned in to Gambling with Good Juju.
Welcome in, everybody, to Gambling with Good Juju. The show that hates coolers in the casino, but loves them in the movie theater. Hey, before we kick off the top 10 greatest gambling movies of all time, do us a favor and head on over to YouTube and click that subscribe button for us. Listening via your favorite podcast platform, give us a follow and rate 5 stars. We can be found on the socials at Good Juju Bets. And if you really like us, then head on over to goodjujubets.net, click on the merch shop and show your support. Oh my goodness, Ryan. So embarrassing. I think we're both wearing the same thing we wore last week.
Weird. Also, if you're just finding us now on this episode, go back and watch the last one real quick.
Yeah.
And then come back to this one.
Yeah.
Because you're going to need all 22.
Juice, are you ready for this?
I am.
Are you hype to go over the top 10 greatest gambling movies of all time with me?
I feel like I've been waiting for years to have this conversation with you.
I have not imagined that
right.
over the last several years, but now that I've watched them all, I've
now
been
is the
hella
time.
excited to discuss them
That's fantastic.
with you. All right, we're going to get right into this, folks. Enough screwing around. Number 10, Two for the Money.
2 for the money.
This film provides a look inside the high-pressure world of touts and sports handicapping. Brandon Lang, Matthew McConaughey, is a former QB who can see the game. But under the mentorship of Walter Abrams, played by Al Pacino, he learns that selling the win is more important than the win itself. The underlying story is about the toxicity of the sales side of gambling, how losing your touch can lead to a total identity crisis, and the manipulative nature of the sports betting advisory industry. This is the movie we need in 2026. Am I wrong?
Not the movie we wanted, the movie we need.
This is the hero movie.
Yeah.
This is exposing tout culture, although it does kind of position him as a savant. So
Yes,
maybe
it
not.
does.
But I love how much we talk about like gambling Twitter
Yeah.
and all the scammy guys out there and everything, that we actually have a movie that was created long before legalized sports betting nationwide.
Yeah.
About tout culture. So let's get into this. How well does it scratch the gambling itch? I love that this movie is about tout culture. Selling the win is more important than the win. Piven, as the analytics guy, Jeremy Piven, is absolutely great. It's focused on sports betting, more about sports betting than even Uncut Gems. Like Uncut Gems is a total sports betting movie.
Yeah.
He's chasing the high, but the plot of this movie is sports betting.
Yeah.
So that's probably the main reason it came up just a little ahead of Uncut
Yeah.
Gems
Fair
for
enough.
me.
Fair enough.
How accurate is the gambling? 5 out of 10, I gave this. All right, so gave high marks for scratching the gambling itch. But come on now. 80% winner for over half the movie, not real.
Right.
Like, we know better.
Right.
We know that professional bettors, especially when it comes to like the NFL, are not, no one is hitting 80% on anything. People, if there is a tout out there on the internet telling you they're hitting 80%, they are a liar. You should block them. You should report them. You should do whatever you can to not follow them. We're looking 55 to 60% for true professionals in this space. So that only got a 5 out of 10. You know, but look,
I hear you.
It's about sports betting and all that. So I absolutely loved that aspect of it.
Yeah.
How good was the ending? 8 out of 10. I gave this an 8 out of 10. Lots of winners. Uses a coin though to pick the final game. So he's supposed to be this savant with all the knowledge and all the information. And then he uses a coin to pick the final winner. But it ended up paying, you know? It made Walter bounce back and got him all his money back. It got the Goonie guy that he was advising for, who I think was probably going to kill him or something if he didn't hit it. Got him all his money.
Yeah.
And Matthew McConaughey, Brandon Lang, a.k.a. what? John Anthony. That's right.
John
When he's
Anthony.
the tout, he's John Anthony.
Yes.
When he's just picking games, he's his real person, Brandon Lang.
Right.
He ends
Washed
up
up.
a youth football coach.
Yeah.
So I kind of enjoyed that. Like,
Because real dude.
real guy.
Real guy.
He kind of goes from being this caricature of a human being and becomes a real guy at the end of the movie.
I mean, but he's a real guy. He's in real life. He's a real guy. This is about a real person.
What? I don't think I knew that part.
Yeah, this is about a real person. And Al Pacino plays Stu Feiner.
So I knew that they were based on.
Yeah, I
like,
mean, right.
who's
yes.
the real guy that Brandon Lang's based on?
I think that's his name.
Brandon Lang?
Maybe not his name.
But this dude didn't really hit 80% for a long time.
Well, maybe according to the program. Like, who knows, right? Like,
now I have to do more research, people.
Yeah.
People, if you know if this guy actually hit 80% for over a year
regardless,
betting sports.
regardless, it's a scam, Peter. So we don't have to go into the finer details of what he told the people his hit rate was.
It is a bit of a scam. I did not know that. I think now maybe I knew Al Pacino was based on Stu Feiner.
Yeah.
I think you had told me that in the past, but I forgot all about it. Well, that's interesting. I don't know if that impacts my overall rating, but you'll notice my overall rating, I gave this an 8 out of 10. That's the same score I gave Uncut Gems.
Yeah, fair.
So we're splitting hairs between number 11 and 10.
Good.
So my notes on that, great movie. Certainly some implausible parts, but a sports betting movie hits a lot of notes for me.
Yep. Bonus points for having the soundbite in our intro.
I have a note on that.
Yeah,
Jeremy
that's
Piven,
fantastic.
The gambling gods are a fickle bunch.
Fickle bunch. Great quote.
Great
a
quote.
lot of great quotes in this one, especially between John Anthony and Al Pacino, Walter. A lot of great quotes. The little exchanges with them is when they fall out, right? And a great quote when John Anthony goes, he like makes the intern pick the teams. And he's like, I pick the games. I pick you to pick the games. What's the difference? That's a great quote. All right. 2 for the money. Yeah. I think I said all I had to about that 15 times on my watch estimate.
This is your new number one. Then.
I own this movie on DVD.
Oh, baby.
So I've been watching this since before I was a weirdo about gambling.
Boy, okay.
Yeah. Over under 70% on the Rotten Tomatoes.
I mean, this got to be over 70%.
22%. Yeah, I don't think they like this movie either.
Oh my God, this movie was great.
Yeah.
22%?
22%.
That is certainly not the audience rating. That
Yeah.
has to be dumb critics. Don't listen to
Dumb
critics.
critics.
This is why you don't listen to movie critics. That's terrible.
You gambling itch, like there is some weird degeneracy in this. Like the dude that's calling him on the phone that's like, I lost my store, I lost my car. Yeah. And then it's like, you want me to believe you guys flew to this private island to tell this guy what teams to bet on in football? Like, give me a break.
Yeah.
This is ridiculous.
Yeah, I guess. At the end of the day, like, I don't see a 22% in there. Like, what
fair,
did they hate about that movie? What, it's a good movie.
Yeah, it's really, really keen in on your interests. I think might be what's happening here. But yeah. I think it's great. I enjoy this movie.
Just for the record, people, he did have to talk me into making this podcast a gambling casino in addition to sports betting podcast.
Yeah, right.
So
We're just going to talk about
that tells you which way I lean.
parlays.
Okay. Wow. 22%. Wow.
Yeah, wow.
This makes me feel stupid that I said over 70%.
So now we're getting to the, obviously some of these got to be pretty low.
Now I feel foolish.
Okay, so MVP.
My good juju MVP is Brandon Lang pre-John Anthony. Pre-John Anthony.
The OG.
Yeah, not post-John Anthony either. Like I want he's feeling cocky, he's feeling confident, and he wants to sports bet.
Yeah.
That's the Brandon Lang I want. Give me the winners, give me his vibe.
I want to bet with him before he even got the phone number for filling in for the other guy.
Right.
Just when he was in the casino placing bets at the desk. Yeah.
Right. That's the version I want to hang out with the most.
Yeah. Right.
Just one more comment on that 22%. I like the gambling gods are a fickle bunch is a great enough line that alone should make the movie higher than 22%.
What do the critics know?
That's the first shocker.
Yeah, okay,
that
good.
I've had
Good.
as far as ratings. I feel like I've been pretty good with the ratings. I assumed Al Pacino and Matthew McConaughey alone.
It's a good cast, right?
Would
Yeah.
push that movie higher in the critics' eyes. Okay.
It's two ridiculous characters.
Number 9, 21.
All right.
Okay. I think that this is one that maybe I'm going to like a little bit more than maybe you would have liked. I'm not sure.
Okay.
But let's go through it and we'll see what we think. A dramatized account of the MIT blackjack team. While it covers the mechanics of card counting and spotting, the underlying story is the corrupting influence of easy money. Ben Campbell starts as a student trying to pay for Harvard Med, but gets seduced by the lifestyle. The film explores the cat and mouse game between team players and casino security experts like Cole Williams, highlighting the shift from manual surveillance to biometric technology. How well does it scratch the gambling itch? I gave this an 8 out of 10.
I agree. This is a very good one.
It's a little bit glamorized.
Yes.
And I could see maybe that being a little bit of a downside to you. But overall, it tells a it's based on a true story.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's been heavily fictionalized from that.
Yeah.
But like we listen to Bet the Process.
Mhm.
Jeff Ma is the individual behind this movie.
Yep.
So it's also going to get a bump from me.
A bump on that. Okay.
There's a couple movies now in the top 10 that get a bump because I know the real world. Followed the real life people. It takes us into the lives of the MIT blackjack team as well. And, we interviewed Andy Block on this actual show, and he was a member, not of the team specifically that was featured in the movie, but he was also a member of MIT's blackjack team. And I loved that interview we did with him. So this kind of hits a few personal notes for me.
And it is pretty glamorized, but it will get you absolutely jacked to go to Las Vegas.
Yes. Great shots of Vegas. Great scenes, great visuals. How accurate is the gambling? I don't know why I don't give some of these just 10 out of 10s. I gave this a 9 out of 10. I don't know why it's not a 10 out of 10.
Yeah, okay.
But it tells the tale of a real gambling hustle.
Yeah.
So maybe a little bit the final scenes of the movie
A little ridiculous.
probably the reason that, that gets taken down.
So let's get to the ending then.
Yeah, but I gotta say, I gave the ending a 9 out of 10.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I enjoyed the double cross.
Oh man.
I enjoyed the double cross.
So you watched this one before the other double crosses.
I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah. All right.
But I thought it was a fun look. Mickey going down the way he went down deserved it.
Yeah.
Maybe part of it is Kevin Spacey's kind of a scumbag in real life.
Oh yeah.
And now we see him as Mickey going down hard after playing a scumbag. I love the part where they've got the chips and the running at the chips, and Ben gives him the chips, and it turns out it's just chocolate coins in his bag.
That's
and Ben
funny.
has the real money, but then Ben doesn't get the bag because Lawrence Fishburne, the security expert, Cole Williams, takes it from him so that he can go off and live his own life. He's like, I've been doing this game too long.
Yeah, right.
I got to be done. All this biometrics going to replace me. I need money. I need my security.
Right. I got to break legs.
Yeah. Shout out to Cole for getting paid. I thought it was pretty darn good. I guess I like those cheese. I like a good ending. I like an ending that buttons up the story.
Yeah.
And I know that that's another thing where critics don't need that when they review a movie.
Yeah.
But audiences sure do appreciate it. Maybe that's where I'm not as good rating movies, but I liked it. What can I say? So it's got an 8.5 overall rating for me out of 10. I really enjoyed this movie. Great Vegas visuals, maybe a bit glamorized and over the top, but it's like a popcorn movie for me.
Totally.
Like a fun
easy
popcorn
watch.
movie and an easy watch. And there's so many movies in here that aren't the easiest of watches.
Yeah.
That it makes this stood out as one that I appreciated for being an easy watch.
Yep. This movie is fine. I enjoy it. I like Hard 8 so much because he walks him through how exactly to do the casino comp hustle. You kind of get that in this where it's like, hey, this is how you count cards and go win $1 million.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, that I appreciate that.
Okay.
Right. Like that. taught me a lot about what the hell they're doing, right?
And it plays into our show.
Well, yeah, but right when I watched it 15 years ago,
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that's what they're doing. It's just like +1, -1. This seems simple as hell. Like, why doesn't everybody just become a millionaire?
Yeah.
I think I've heard Jeff Ma talk about how it has been over dramatized too much.
Yeah.
To like, oh, right, we're not supposed to like this.
Right. I get it. I get it.
Because it's like not true to the story. It's like, oh yeah, it's all exciting.
Yeah.
It was really boring.
Is this one of the ones you were specifically thinking of that you were surprised was in my top 10?
Yeah.
Really?
This is one of them, yeah.
I feel like knowing me,
Yeah, fair.
kind of should have seen this one coming.
Yep.
I like the popcorn aspect of it.
Yeah. I'm going to give my play count on this 4. I think that's about how many times I've watched this.
Okay. Not bad.
There's 4 over a long span of time because this is a 20-year-old movie, right?
Yeah. Not quite, I don't think. I don't know.
Yeah.
But since you've probably been watching gambling movies, it's as old to you as any of the oldest movies are.
Yeah, you're right. There's only a couple that are older than this one on my list to me, I think.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, it's fine. Go ahead and watch it, people. Over under 70% on this one?
Under.
36.
Yeah. I get that. We're starting to get into whether my movie tastes are questionable or not. My good juju MVP is Choi. He's the spotter Asian guy.
Yeah, yep.
He best matches our energy.
Yeah, fair.
I thought it was hilarious what a klepto he was, trying to get everything he could out of the casino.
Yeah.
He's not the guy who's out there blowing all his money on fancy, expensive things. He's living his life. I thought he played his role well, and I thought he had a really good vibe.
I'd gamble with him.
I would absolutely gamble with Choi. So that's my good juju MVP.
All right.
Number 8. Lay the Favorite.
Oh, baby.
A lighter look at the world of offshore sports books and professional betting. Beth, played by Rebecca Hall, becomes a muse and assistant to Dink, played by Bruce Willis, which is LOL. We're going to get into that here in a minute. A professional gambler in Vegas. The underlying story explores the technicalities of middling bets and the constant anxiety of a professional bettor whose edge is always under threat. It highlights the superstitious nature of even the most analytical gamblers. Now, look, I think that there's only 3 true sports betting movies on this list, and it's Uncut Gems, Two for the Money, and Lay the Favorite.
Yeah, not that they're true stories.
No,
but
true.
They're about sports betting
movies.
Yeah.
Like at their core.
Yeah.
I love sports betting movies.
Yep.
And so this really scratches the itch. It's based on the real Dink's life. So I don't know exactly how true this story necessarily is.
Right.
But Dink is a real character. I don't know if his nickname was Dink before the movie, but I followed Dink on Twitter up until he died.
Yeah, R.I.P.
And he seemed like a genuinely cool cat.
Yeah.
Like, I liked his posts on Twitter. I liked following him. And I know that probably played a substantial role in my overall view of this movie.
Yeah.
How accurate is the gambling? I gave this a 9 out of the 10. This felt the most true out of the sports betting movies on the list. Like,
what it's really like.
This shows the grind of how professional, real, I make money off of sports betting people run their operation. It's like an office environment he's running in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
So I thought that was really good. You know, a lot of these movies that are on these lists just lean so heavy into the luck and superstition of it all. This is how it actually works kind of situation in this movie. So I really appreciated that. How good was the ending? I gave this an 8.5. Maybe it could be just like an 8. It didn't have the most special ending, but, you know, flying to an offshore locale, we've talked with individuals who've worked in Costa Rica and done these sort of things, but to do it to gamble and save their skins, if you will, worked for me. It is another got out without the big prize, but a great story movie. I have that in quotes. So for Beth, she gets out of it with a great story. She doesn't get out of it with the money she wants, but she has like a new perspective on life.
Yeah.
And it
gets her boyfriend off the hook. Like somehow he's involved.
Yeah. Shout out Vince Vaughn is in this movie.
Yes.
Yeah. Which is pretty. He plays the shadier side of sports bettors kind of attitude. Overall rating, I gave this one an 8.5. And if I'm looking at, same rating I gave 21, but this just gets a little bit of an edge over 21 for me. Really enjoyed the movie. Not the only drawback, not quite as memorable as the best movies on my list here. And also, we got to discuss this for a second. Dink being played by Bruce Willis is the most LOL casting decision maybe ever in movies. Folks, go Google the real Dink and see what he looks like. And then Google Bruce Willis and do a little side by side of them.
I will try to find. There's a photo of them together.
I looked it up when I was doing this. Yeah, I found that photo. They are opposite human beings.
I love how Bruce Willis played it up. Like, I love how he played it up. Like, he's got the big baggy polo on and like walking around like a slouch.
Yeah.
It's like, but it's Bruce Willis.
Yeah. But he's incredibly jacked and still Bruce Willis.
Yes. All right. Since we're on the topic, more hilarious casting. Bruce Willis as Dink or Al Pacino as Stu Feiner.
Dude, it's Bruce Willis.
I'm glad you put these movies together.
Like, I will say Al Pacino as Stu Feiner is kind of funny, but Al Pacino has a little bit of a dirtier look to him.
Yeah.
Bruce Willis is this super clean, muscular, attractive guy.
Yeah.
And Dink is a total slob, overweight slob.
Yeah.
In real life.
All right. So you did also touch on both of my points here. Surprising cast. You mentioned Vince Vaughn. I'm pretty sure one of the guys from Dawson's Creek's in it. I'm pretty sure one of the girls from that 70s show is in it. It's like surprisingly the amount of people I recognize in this movie for how like weird it was. Right. And then also you also mentioned, like, I love when they're first walking her through the business and it's like, oh, this is what we're doing.
Yeah.
It kind of like really shows what the hell, they probably were doing in these little strip mall things, betting on sports 25 years ago.
Like, casual bettors getting into sports betting right now should probably watch this movie.
Yes.
I think that's a good way of putting it.
That's a good take.
Yeah.
And it's entertaining. This is an entertaining movie.
It is an entertaining movie. Yeah. For sure.
My play count on this is 3.
3?
It feels a little light.
Yeah, you need to watch this a little more.
Feels a little light. Over under?
It's under 7.
18%.
This movie, I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
I'm not suggesting that this movie should be rated highly for anything related to quality of movie perspective. But as a semi-serious sports bettor who knew of at least the real Dink in real life, it hits a lot of notes for me. Okay, so
this is one I'm surprised is in your top 10.
You're surprised this one's in my top 10.
I am.
So you're going to be surprised by a lot of them because I thought I had 2 movies in my head that I thought you'd be surprised in my top 10, and I haven't gotten to them yet.
The fact that you're so into this movie and it is sports betting related and you're kind of getting me to believe that's why, I've got some more movies to show you now about sports betting.
I can't wait.
That are not very good, but they're about sports betting.
Yeah.
Okay.
My good juju MVP should be somewhat obvious. It's Dink.
Oh my God! Of course,
we followed him on Twitter before he died. He seemed like a genuinely good guy in real life. So I would have loved to have met the real Dink and gotten to interact with him.
That would have been awesome. Yeah.
So yeah, certainly that. Moving on to our next movie, number 7, The Cincinnati Kid.
Mm-hmm.
I think this might be my highest rated old movie.
Okay,
if I remember correctly. Maybe not. Depends on what we define as old, I think.
Yeah, right.
Set in the 1930s, this is the hustler of poker movies. The kid, Steve McQueen, wants to be the man by beating the current king, Lancey Howard. The underlying story is about the difference between being a good player and a great one. It explores the sacrifices required to reach the top, leaving behind love and stability for the cold, hard logic of the 5-card stud table. The ending is a famous lesson in the mathematical impossibility of a bad beat. How well does this scratch the gambling itch for me? I gave it an 8 out of 10. It's kind of hard to relate to gambling that's that old. Are you sure the rules are the same? What do you really know? But I loved Steve McQueen character.
Yeah.
I didn't know much. He died famously, if I remember correctly, like maybe in a car accident or something.
He was always driving cars real fast, so that might have happened.
I think so. Correct me if I'm wrong, audience.
Yeah, please drop it in the comments.
But I get why Steve McQueen was such a popular actor in his day based on this movie.
Yeah.
I really liked watching him do it. A lot of poker. Kind of made me want to go play poker.
Yeah, right? Okay.
Like that's an underlying theme of me doing this project is I'd like to start playing some poker, I think.
I think we should do that.
Does scratch the gambling itch, kind of got me wanting to gamble. How accurate is the gambling? 8 out of 10. It's kind of hard to know the rule changes. The one thing that I kind of called out on this is there's a lot of call and raise moments. And from my limited poker playing,
that's a no-no.
If you say call, you call. If you say raise, you raise. You can't say call and raise.
Yeah, I think that's a no-go for sure.
So that was my only drawback in terms of that. How good was the ending? Love this ending. 9 out of 10. He loses on an outrageously lucky hand where he loses to a straight flush. But it's 5 card stud, so 4 of the cards are visible. So the other person knew he had at least a set, at least 3 of a kind. Turns out Steve McQueen has a full house. And then the other dude had 3 or 4 to a straight flush showing, and he flips over the other card needed to make that straight flush. I had to go look because there were so many movies where there's cheating involved.
Yeah.
As to whether this was a con, if this was run on
This is a con?
It's not.
It's a regular poker game.
It's just an impossible play.
And
it's hard to believe, but
remember like the end where this hand is happening. It's like everybody's watching and then the crowd, you see everybody's eyes and they're all like thinking what he's got, right? And
yeah.
It's like a little bit of a weird scene.
Yeah. Yeah.
Artsy.
I liked it. I totally dug it. And then I really liked the little aftermath note where he's like stunned, right? He can't believe it happened. He plays it cool. He gets up. He walks out of the room. He goes back to the street and didn't mention this earlier in the movie. He has this little gambling moment with a kid on the street.
Yeah.
He walks out. The kid's there. And the kid's like, hey, you want to play? And they're like trying to throw a coin. It's the Jordan
the quarter at the wall. Yeah.
It's the Jordan game with the guy,
right,
you know?
Right.
And how close can you get the quarter to the wall? And he loses that.
Yeah. Right.
And the kid takes it and he's just like, oh,
that's that.
That's that. He just walks away. So I really like the ending of that movie. And this one, I think, is this the 3rd straight one? Yeah, this is my 3rd. This is the most movies we have at the same number. This also got an 8.5.
Okay.
But I put this ahead of the other 2 just because I really liked this movie. It had good conflict. It introduced me to Steve McQueen.
Yeah.
Sorry, people, if there's some Steve McQueen movies I should have watched. Maybe I have, and I just don't remember.
Bullet.
The ending was great. And even though it wasn't the happy ending, I kind of like, happy endings. There's so few of them, it feels like, in these gambling movies. This one did not have the happy ending, but I thought it wrapped up really nice.
It felt pretty appropriate, right?
Yeah.
I think you mentioned, did you get the overall rating? Yeah, 8.5?
8.5.
Yeah.
3rd straight.
I think you mentioned this movie features cockfighting.
Oh my God, did I not put this in here? Oh.
Which is great, right?
I said this to you.
Yeah, you said that the other day. Yeah.
So this movie, that's one of the reasons I like this so much.
Yeah.
Okay, look.
back to the rating here.
Yeah, we're going to go back to this. We're going to talk about cockfighting for a second here. I am not pro animal violence.
Yeah.
Overall.
Right.
Like, if you're dog fighting, I think you're a horrible, horrible individual. But it's like, I eat chickens. Like, I literally eat them.
Like, you got a hot take coming in here.
It's kind of hard for me to be like, oh, don't let them fight. But excuse me, you can continue slaughtering them so I can eat them. I take a little bit of a different perspective on cockfighting. Have I, at points in my life, wanted to see a cockfight? Probably shouldn't admit this on camera. Maybe.
Not. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe. Hopefully somebody sees us and they hate us now.
I am not saying, people, PETA, don't come after me. I have a friend who's in PETA. It's that movie. No, dude, I got friends in PETA. It's cool. I don't hate PETA. I got friends in PETA. I don't hate animals.
right.
Out of all the things that I know I shouldn't ever want to do in life, the one thing that I like, I don't want to watch the fight so much. I want to see the scene of what a fight's like.
This is amazing.
So,
sorry I brought it up at this point.
if I get in big trouble for this, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I do eat chickens.
We're gonna
just
get
letting
canceled.
you know I eat them.
Yeah.
And I'm not a bad person.
Leave this in if you'd like.
Go on. What else you got?
Yeah, to have to follow up that. Reminds me of watching my grandpa's westerns. Cab Calloway, right, is in this.
Yes, I love Cab Calloway.
Awesome. Minnie the Moocher.
Cab Calloway's in Blues Brothers, right?
Yeah.
Same guy.
He sings Minnie the Moocher.
Yes.
And I think Ray Charles does the theme song to this, which is amazing as well. One play on my end. Is this streamable? Should I watch this one again?
Had to pay for it. Had to rent it.
So that's why I've never watched these movies more than once. Like over under 70% on this guy.
It's so hard to know on a movie like this. I'm going to go over.
86%. Good job, sir.
Yeah.
I probably will also rent this one from the library at my leisure.
Are you surprised that this was in my top 10? Is this because this is the first one in my top 10 that I thought you would maybe be surprised was in?
I mean, there's no way this would be in my top 10 because it's old.
Yeah. So you just old movies just automatically get the
like once they get past the mid 70s, they're too old.
Okay. My good juju MVP is the kid, and I don't like to. I've had two main characters in a row. I don't normally like it to be the main character, but in this situation, I see why people like Steve McQueen.
Yeah,
in general,
awesome.
So I liked him as well.
Alrighty,
this is the next movie that I think you might be surprised is in my top 10. Number 6, Let It Ride.
Classic.
Let It Ride. A comedic take on the day in the life of Jay Trotter, a habitual loser who has one perfect day at the track. The underlying story is the perfect run that every gambler dreams of. The day where you can't make a wrong move. It captures the camaraderie of the railbirds and the specific insanity of letting it ride when common sense says to walk away. It's the ultimate gambler's wish fulfillment movie. I think that sums it up very well for me.
Yeah.
First of all, it's a comedy. That's rare. It's getting points from me just for being lighthearted.
Oh my gosh, it's the only comedy on this list, isn't it?
I'm pretty sure it's the only gambling movie ever made that's a comedy. I don't think there's ever been another gambling movie made that was a comedy. How well does it scratch the gambling itch? I gave it an 8 out of 10. He let it ride and won. Love that. Love that he let it ride. Love that it showed the impact. Love that he goes from being in the slums down in the bottoms to sitting up in the exclusive club.
Yes.
And it's almost like a little Blues Brothers in the fancy restaurant kind of.
And all the ladies are talking to him.
Yep. Everyone wants to talk to him out of nowhere. Love that. How accurate is the gambling? This was a little lower. This is a 7 out of 10. I know a little about how horse racing.
Yeah.
But I know his run was definitely improbable.
Mathematics would prove.
My note on this is, who cares?
Yeah, who cares?
Don't care. Don't care that it's a 7 out of 10.
Yeah.
This is one where the 3 scores might not sum up to my overall rating, you know, kind of movie. So I don't really care about the accuracy of the gambling. How good was the ending? 10 out of 10.
Wow, okay.
Finally, a gambling movie where the gambler gets it all.
Yeah, that's awesome.
He gets the bag. He keeps the girl.
Yeah.
He's got friends coming out of it. Loved the ending of this movie.
Yeah.
Overall rating as a result, I gave it an 8.75.
8.75. I was wondering how granular we're going to get. Okay, good.
As we get higher, that gets more granular.
Yeah.
My note on this is the breath of fresh air movie.
Yeah.
This is lighthearted. Him getting everything he wants. There's a happy ending to it. We need more gambling movies that don't just show the negatives of gambling.
Yeah. Very topical. Obviously, the Kentucky Derby was last weekend.
Yeah.
Or whenever this
I did
prints.
watch this before that, so I wasn't influenced by the Derby.
Okay. I can't believe I didn't do the math. It's the only comedy. Great era for comedies like this.
Yeah.
You know, great cast of characters and a lot of slapstick stuff and goofy stuff.
Yeah.
That's good. A little bit of the mush culture that started this film out was cool.
Yeah.
That was pretty fun, where it's like the guy doesn't bet on the horse, so he wins, and then he realizes he's the winner. It's like a little zany like that. This is the most recent new watch for me on this list. This is kind of fresh.
Did you
for me.
only watch this movie because of me, or had you watched it before?
I had watched it like the day before we put the list together.
It was the first time you'd watched it?
Ever, yeah.
Ever? Wow.
Yeah. And yeah, it's got me excited for a track visit in the near future.
Right. Doesn't it just make you want to go to the track?
Like, obviously, I know it's not going to be this zany, but
Maybe.
maybe it is.
Maybe
Yeah.
we'll just keep letting it ride.
Right. That'd be hilarious. Yeah.
I think we have too much discipline.
Yeah. Great exchanges. How his relationship blossoms with the guy at the counter.
Yes.
That's one of the best parts of the movie.
Yes. I considered the counter guy for my good
I was
Juju
wondering.
MVP.
I was wondering.
I'm going to give another person I considered was Jennifer Tilly, her character in the movie. The reason I love Jennifer Tilly being in this so much, she's a serious card player in real life.
Oh, yeah.
Like Jennifer Tilly's whole spiel beyond being an actress is being a poker player.
And who does she play?
She plays the wife of the dude up in the
Okay.
high end. She plays the ditzy
Yeah.
girl who's, flaunting her looks and
Yeah.
not much
Yeah.
else
I
kind of
gotcha.
character.
Okay. So 1 is my play count on this. I just recently watched
Yeah.
it. That's why. Over under 70%.
I'm going to go under.
29% on this
Not
one.
surprised by that. Critics, you're dumb. That's all I can say there.
Yeah.
My good Juju MVP is Looney. That was his cabbie friend.
Oh, yeah. The mush.
who is the mush.
Yeah.
My note, he reminds me of Kurt. And I love gambling with Kurt.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
So how could I not pick Looney?
Yeah,
Looney's
that's great.
one of the closest to one of us in our real crew out of all these movies.
Absolutely.
Oh my
Classic.
God. We should definitely start calling Jolly St. Vic Looney.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. Looney St. Vic.
Looney St. Vic. All right. So that is 10 through 6.
All right. Let's go.
How do you feel about the upcoming top 5? You think that's probably going to be a lot of the
see, these
major
are
hitters?
these are a couple of the ones that were like probably didn't belong up here.
Yeah. So not number 5 might be a surprise, but once we get into it, it shouldn't
Okay.
be too big of a surprise. Number 5, The Cooler. A unique look at the superstition of luck. Bernie Lutz is a cooler, a man whose presence ends a winning streak. The underlying story is a fable about love and destiny. When Bernie falls in love, his bad luck evaporates, threatening the casino's bottom line. It explores the tension between old school Vegas muscle, Alec Baldwin, and the new corporate desire to remove the soul and the luck from the gambling floor. Do you have a thought you want to say to me right now before we get
I'm
into
so
this?
excited.
How well does it scratch the gambling itch? I gave this a 10 out of 10.
Yes. Very good. Very good.
Lots of casino scenes.
Lots.
Love the cooler heater balance. Like we talk about, oh, here comes the cooler. Like
Yep.
when new dealers come to our that they made a movie around that concept is amazing to me.
Amazing.
What a unique approach.
Yeah.
Such a unique approach to a gambling movie, and it was good.
Yes.
That's what I love so much about it. How good, accurate was the gambling? This has to be a 6 out of 10 because it's totally based on superstition. My note here is, who cares? The concept of a real life cooler that we always pretend is existent in the casino is great. Like, what would a real life cooler be? That's it. William H. Macy is it.
Dialed,
He
yes.
just looks like a cooler.
Yeah.
Like, I would not be surprised wearing that oversized suit and everything.
And the
Walking
guy's
through,
limp.
just
Yeah.
like touching someone who's doing well.
My favorite is when he drops the drink off.
Yes,
Yeah.
give it to me. Give it to
Yeah.
me. How good was the ending? 9 out of 10. They escaped. This is a rare happy ending, even if it includes a corrupt cop getting killed during the ending. But
Which is, what's his name, right?
I'm not going to know this.
Gary Busey? Is Gary Busey the guy?
Oh my God, is it Gary Busey?
I don't know.
I don't remember
print
off the
that.
top of my head.
It must
who
not be.
is, but that could very well could be. That actually wouldn't
No,
surprise
no,
me.
no, no, no. I'm sorry. Gary Busey is the highway patrolman in Fear and Loathing. Whoops.
We'll get back to you on this, folks.
Yeah, that's
I'm
hilarious.
not sure who the corrupt cop was.
Yeah.
So very good. Not to get too much into it, but Alec Baldwin obviously did not appreciate that William H. Macy finds love and goes from being a cooler to a heater, which is great. As soon as he finds the girl, everyone in the casino starts winning.
Yeah.
And then there's the undercurrent of he's trying to be replaced by computer models, and he keeps telling all the new guys who are coming in to run it, no, I got something better than your computer models. But he won't tell them what it is.
Right.
So they're like, what are you talking about?
Right.
So like that balance between, again, the old school Vegas versus the corporate takeover of Vegas, I thought was really enjoyable as well.
And the ironic part that he forces the waitress to be interested in him.
Yes.
And then it ruins him.
Yes. And then he goes back to being a cooler when he thinks he loses the girl.
Yep.
And then at the end of the movie, he gets the girl. 8.75 was my overall rating. That's the same rating I gave Let It Ride, but I do think Let It Ride might be a little under 8.75 and The Cooler might be closer to 9 in my book. So I do think there's a gap between those two movies.
I like it.
My note here is really enjoyed the movie. Actualizing the concept of a table cooler is just so cool.
Yeah.
So my only downside, there was a needle scene in this movie. I absolutely hate needles.
Yeah.
And any scene, if you know me, if I'm watching a TV show or watching a movie and they show like a needle going into someone's body, I can't look.
Yeah.
I have to look away from the TV. That was the biggest downside. Also, we haven't discussed this at all. His son faking a pregnancy was sad.
That was a little sad.
That was a little sad, but it really shows kind of William H. Macy's character as well. So it didn't like take away from the movie, but boy, that was sad.
We didn't really need those two in the movie, I don't think.
It kind of just highlights how pathetic William H. Macy is.
Especially when they're like beating the crap out of him.
Yeah, and we found out like he walks with a limp throughout the whole movie. We find out that's because he was a degenerate gambler.
Yes.
He got his leg all effed up as a result of it.
Yeah.
And then Alec Baldwin keeps him on staff to pay off his debt.
Yes.
And he was like counting down until he had his debt paid off and kept saying he was going to walk away, which Alec Baldwin was not happy about. Alec Baldwin's a real bad guy.
He is a villain.
He is a true villain. Out of all these movies, he's a true villain.
Yes. However, I absolutely love his direction with Las Vegas. It's obviously like Fremont Street versus the Strip. It's basically the undertone of the casino executives in this, which I love. There's the amazing scene where he actually calls out Steve Wynn and the Strip. He calls him out by name and calls him a slur of something. I don't remember exactly what. That floored me the first time I heard that. I thought that was great. I think my play count on this is 15.
Oh my God. So this is up there. What was the other 15 you had?
Let's go back. 2 for the money.
2 for the money. So this is up there with the most watched movies you've ever
This is always streamable and fantastic.
Okay. My good juju MVP is Natalie. That's the girl who turns him from a cooler to a heater.
Yeah.
Again, in this movie, there's not a lot of options for the good juju MVP, but she was good people. That's all I have noted there.
Yeah.
So great movie, folks. We're truly in best movies.
Yeah. Over under 70% real quick.
Under
77.
Ooh, shout out to the critics.
Pleasant surprise on that one. Okay.
Shout out to the critics. I did not think they would appreciate this one.
All righty. Where we go next?
Number 4, California Split. Good movie.
Good movie.
Good movie. Robert Altman's film is perhaps the most realistic depiction of the gambling lifestyle ever filmed. Bill and Charlie are 2 drifters who bond over the action. The film uses overlapping dialogue to create a sensory experience of the racetrack and the card room. The underlying story is the ultimate emptiness of the big win. When they finally hit the score they've been chasing, the reaction isn't joy, but a profound sense of, now what? How well does this scratch the gambling itch? This is a 9 out of 10. Again, this could be a 10 out of 10.
Yes.
Lots of action. Lots of games. Like you're running through the full list. They're at the horse races. They're playing poker. They're playing craps. They're playing blackjack. They're playing all of them.
Right.
Love that aspect of it.
Yes.
They're not like a niche within gambling.
Right.
They are all gambling.
He's betting on basketball.
Yes. How accurate is the gambling? I gave this a 9.5. And my comment is, I mean, Amarillo Slim plays Lou.
Amazing cameo.
Chef's kiss.
Yeah.
That's
amazing,
what I put in my notes here. Chef's kiss.
Amazing cameo.
So awesome. How good was the ending? 8.5. Awesome scenes to get hot. And that quiet moment splitting the cash was, what do I want to say? I don't want to call it a downer, but it's like a real settling of reality, if you will, after the fact. But the way they got hot and got the money after, I kind of didn't see that coming the first time I watched it. I thought this was going to be a movie about despair and failure.
Yeah.
But it turns out that there's the positive moment there at the end. Didn't love the emptiness that Bill felt at the end of the movie, though. Like, I struggled to relate to that. You've been chasing this thing the whole time. You get it. In these scenarios, I feel like it's not like a movie like The Hustler, where it's about the game and not the gambling. This is about the gambling.
Literally.
This is winning Game 7 of the NBA Finals. Like, how many people do you see in the locker room after Game 7 of the NBA Finals who look sad?
Feel empty. Yeah.
No, they feel accomplished, and
Yeah.
he should feel accomplished. That said, my overall rating, this gets a 9 out of 10.
Yeah, good. That's a good rating.
Awesome movie. Solid start to finish. And I will note, not to give anything away, I enjoyed Mississippi Grind just a smidge more.
Okay. I said this is the best gambling movie made before the 1990s. Absolute great intro scene. I don't know why I'm fascinated with the intro scenes. I keep bringing them up, but where they're in the card room and like they're watching a little video about the rules of poker. That's fantastic. And then that goon is arguing with that lady who's like 95 years old. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
And Elliot Gould's just like in between of them, and he's just shouting. Like everybody's just shouting about nothing.
Just the random, like small, like hilarious moments throughout that movie are absolutely
yes. Well done. You mentioned the cameo by Amarillo Slim. That's fantastic. This movie is degeneracy.
Yes.
In a true sense.
Yes.
It feels like us.
Yeah.
They're not professional gamblers.
No.
They're not amateurs.
No.
They just kind of float in and out of these binges of gambling.
It does feel like us,
it is
doesn't
so relatable.
Yes.
Yes. I've got my play watch out this at 15. That might be a little light. This might be over 15.
Okay.
Over under 70% on this one.
I sure hope it's over 70%.
90%.
Yeah, this is a great movie.
Yeah.
Absolute great movie. My good juju MVP.
Go ahead.
It's Elliot Gould.
Yeah,
It's Charlie. Who doesn't want to hang out with Charlie?
Yeah.
So, nothing else to say there.
Yeah.
He's the guy.
He's the guy.
He's the guy.
He is the guy.
Moving into my top 3 movies of all time.
All right.
Number 3, Mississippi Grind.
All right. So I was close.
You were close. You thought this was number 1. This is number 3.
Yeah. Okay.
A character-driven road movie that explores the desperate psychology of the loser. Jerry, played by Ben Mendelsohn, is a debt-ridden realtor who meets Curtis, played by Ryan Reynolds, a younger, charismatic gambler. The underlying story isn't just about the New Orleans high-stakes game. It's a study of loneliness and the gambler's fallacy. Curtis represents the hope of a lucky charm that every degenerate gambler seeks. Their journey down the Mississippi is a sequence of small wins and crushing defeats that highlights how the thrill of the action is often more addictive than the money itself. All right, I'm going to start here. This movie is probably the closest to a full-on remake, maybe even more than The Gambler. Like, this movie is California Split.
It's closer to a remake than the two movies that have the same name.
Right? I mean, The Gamblers are extremely
Yeah. But
Mississippi Grind and California Split are basically the same movie. It's hard for me to differentiate each other. They're very tightly correlated in terms of their scores. So how well does it scratch the gambling itch? I gave this a 9 out of 10. And just like I said in the last movie, horses, craps, sports bets, blackjack, poker, awesome. That was my
epic.
Epic. How accurate is the gambling? I gave this a 10 out of 10. Jerry's issues felt very real to me.
Yeah.
I felt like that was real. They go through some craziness and the ups and the downs, but none of it felt like out of reasonableness
Yeah.
in terms of what could potentially happen.
Mhm.
It all felt like within the confines of acceptability there to me.
Yeah.
So love the gambling, love the not so much Ryan Reynolds' part, it is Curtis's part in terms of the accuracy, but Jerry's addiction and
Yeah.
degeneracy felt extremely real to me.
Yeah.
How good was the ending? I gave this an 8.5. Let me see what I put for California. I put an 8.5. I think I got the same score for both of them. The only downside here, I'm not sure why Curtis wanted to get beat up. Like, so there's a scene towards the end where Curtis goes and plays a pickup basketball game. He's got a ton of money. He gambles on the game, could easily pay the debt without it even mattering to him. And then the end of the game comes, he loses, tells him he can't pay it. Then they beat him up. They find his roll on him,
Yeah.
which is way larger
Yeah.
than what he owed them. And then I think I almost gave that basketball player the good juju MVP.
Oh, yeah.
Because he only took what he was owed.
Yeah, right.
Like, he didn't rob him for all that money.
Good point.
He just took the money he was owed and he set the envelope
And it's just like,
back on
what
him.
the hell?
Yeah, like why is this
Yeah.
happening? So a little bit of a downside there, but I did love the way they played the basketball player in that scene.
So I think that you obviously already mentioned the nod to California Split. I think that scene is a nod to the gambler, right?
A little bit.
I think it was forced in there for that. I think that's another little wink. I think there's a few winks through this movie to all these other gambling movies, which what makes it so good.
Okay, I agree. The ending was great. I gave the ending, like I said, I already said that was an 8.5, but the fact that they get the win and Jerry doesn't go through the emptiness,
Yeah.
kind of that what's his name? That Bill goes through the emptiness in California Split.
Yeah.
That Ben does not go through
Yeah.
in Mississippi Grind. Gave that a little bit of a nod to me above. And that's why my overall rating is 9.5 out of 10.
Okay.
This is one of the GOAT, greatest of all time gambling movies. Just a hair better, in my opinion, than California Split. But these two movies, both of these movies, are the absolute epitome of our kind of gambling.
Relatable
our
gambling.
kind of degenerate
Yeah.
gambling, of setting the tone. Nothing's too unrealistic. All of it seems like it's just they're both great, like, buddy films.
Yeah.
You know, like two friends, even they're like strangers to begin with, but become good friends who go through this gambling adventure together.
Yeah.
And I absolutely love that. I would be happy to watch this movie anytime I get a gambling itch. And our theme song, "We Can't Lose." No, we can't lose, is one of the great lines
Yes.
of any gambling movie ever.
Literally.
That line alone is also why I put it just a
Absolutely.
smidge above
Yeah.
California Split.
Yeah. 5 stars, has it all. I mentioned the Nazi other classic movies. You mentioned the mention of in our intro, which is great. Amazing ending, amazing beginning. I think now that we're really reflecting on these, I said I picture myself as the guy from Hard 8 when I get old. I daydream about being able to do this trip with you guys.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
I'm actually the guy in California Split.
Ben?
One of them.
Or Bill?
Yeah, one of them.
One of them?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. So great film.
Let me ask this. Mississippi Grind or California Split for you personally?
Like
Which one are you more excited to
Mississippi
watch?
Grind is more rewatchable just because it's a modern film.
Oh, okay.
But I have watched it less times because it's not streamable all the time. So 10 is my play count on this.
10 is your play count on this.
Yep.
Okay.
Over under 70%?
I hope it's over.
91%.
Oh, good job,
Isn't that good?
critics.
Isn't that good? That's
Good job, critics.
So yeah, this is one of the highest ones on the list for sure.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Shout out. They don't get everything wrong. Okay.
Yeah.
The top two, I feel like, are a little cliche, that these are
Yeah.
like the two most famous gambling movies of all time.
Yep.
I think you might have an issue with the order, but here we go.
I think I do too.
Number 2,
Yeah.
Casino.
Yep.
Casino is such a great movie. It's not only a great gambling movie, it's a great mob movie, and it's just a great movie all time. My top 2 movies, I will say, are forget gambling. These are 2 of the all-time great movies, full stop, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So here we go. Scorsese's masterpiece on the corporatization of Las Vegas. Sam Ace Rothstein is a master handicapper based on the real Frank Rosenthal. The movie details the mechanical perfection of running a casino, the skimming, the surveillance, and the hierarchy of eyes. The underlying story is a tragic destruction of order by chaos, represented by the volatile Nicky Santoro and the self-destructive Ginger. It shows the transition from the mob-run Old Vegas to the sanitized corporate New Vegas, where the house always wins with math rather than muscle. Unbelievable movie.
Unbelievable.
It's a mob movie, it's a gambling movie, and it's one of the greatest movies ever made, regardless of any other qualifiers.
Yes.
So Casino undeniably could have been number 1 on my list.
Okay.
It couldn't have fallen below number 2 on my list.
Correct.
Like, as much as I love Mississippi Grind, as great as Mississippi Grind is, it is not as good of a movie as Casino is.
Yeah.
How well does it scratch the gambling itch? 10 out of 10. So good. You hear the sounds of the casino all movie long. Like just the sounds you hear of the movie.
Yes.
Is so good. The conversations that happen in the casino, the characters that are playing the parts within the casino. Don Rickles, the slot. I love the slot attendant guy. Don Ward is his character name.
Oh, okay.
I believe that or the actor's name. I think it's Don Ward.
Okay.
What a great role he plays. I mean, I just love all the interior moments within the movie Casino. How accurate is the gambling? This is the only area where I have a little bit of a ding. And it could have really happened. And maybe it's not crazy for that day and age. But the shit Nicky does inside the casino, throwing cards at the dealer, beating up the pit boss.
Yeah.
Those sorts of things are ridiculous. Not taken away from it. They're awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome part of the movie. But if I'm going to give it a ding, that's the only ding I'm going to give it. It just, they need to manage him a little better, guys. That said, like I said, I love the Don Ward parts, the parts with the slot attendant. He's like, you're an idiot. You're so dumb. The fact that he's like, you're either in on the scam or you're too dumb to uncover the scam.
Yeah, you're too dumb to work here.
Is the best part. It's one of my favorite moments in the whole movie.
So good.
How good was the ending? This gets a 10 out of 10. The ending was amazing.
Yeah.
I have it as my notes here. Awesome. Sam survives. Ginger and Nicky don't. Tangiers implodes. Corporate casinos are here.
Yeah.
Awesome ending. I love how he just kind of ends up as going back to the handicap. He's got the
takes
old
the glasses
school
off. Yeah.
Sunglasses
Yeah.
on. He's just sitting there working the numbers and he just looks like he's another low level guy doing his little thing in retirement kind of attitude.
Oh my God.
My overall rating for this, it gets a 9.75
Good.
out of 10.
I can appreciate the rating.
This movie shows Vegas in the 70s, highlights how it changed, and it is awesome.
It is awesome. This is my favorite movie of all time. Hands down. I love gambling movies.
Yes.
I love mob movies.
Yes.
I love movies that even show a photo of Las Vegas. I love period pieces.
Yes.
This movie does everything.
Absolutely.
And it does them all in such a masterful way that it's almost bringing me to tears.
Yes.
I love the characters. I love the outfits. I love the music.
Yes.
The score to this movie is fantastic.
Absolutely.
So yeah, this is my Desert Island movie.
I even love Lester.
I even love Lester.
Like, what a great scummy character.
I love his outfits.
Absolutely.
Yes, that's great.
I'm blanking on the actor. The actors are really
James
famous.
Woods.
Yeah, James Woods.
Yeah.
James Woods plays Lester Diamond.
Yeah.
And I absolutely loved his character, even though I hated his character.
All right. So we'll start with my estimated play count on this.
I can't wait to hear this.
150.
No! So you think, is this real? You've watched Casino more than every other gambling movie combined?
Yes. I do think that. I do own this.
So like every time you watch a gambling movie, you're like, well, I better go watch Casino 1 or 2 times now.
So my wife, thank you so much, got me this film on DVD for something.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure I put it on every night when I went to bed for 2 weeks. Like, not all, this one of the greatest things about this movie is once you got the whole story dialed, you can just start it wherever you want. It's great.
Yeah.
You do not have to watch the first scene of this movie every single time.
Is this movie the only reason you still have a DVD player?
Yeah. That Aqua Teen Hunger Force. All right. I have nothing more to say about this film. Over, under 70%.
It sure as better be over.
79%.
It needs to be higher than that.
Unbelievable,
That's too
right?
low.
Isn't that crazy?
Mississippi Grind was 91,
Yeah.
and this gets a 79.
Unbelievable, right?
This should be a 99.
I don't understand.
I don't understand either. What could possibly bring it down?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, this movie is fantastic.
I think you hit on the best note for me. This movie is an amazing gambling movie and an amazing mob movie. And I absolutely love gambling movies and I absolutely love mob movies.
Yeah, it's good.
So the combination of the two was unreal. Awesome. My good Juju MVP. Despite how good this movie is, kind of hard to find a good Juju MVP.
Yeah.
But for me, I went with Billy Sherbert. That's Don Rickles' character. He's clearly seen it all. I bet he has great stories. He takes the beating from Nikki and definitely looks like a punk in that moment.
Totally.
But I loved it. I loved how it played. And he's the guy who I feel like if I sit down with him, he's going to actually get candid and tell me what the hell is going on with all that.
What a great casting.
Great casting.
Like a hilarious person to put in like a serious role like that.
You seem kind of surprised by it. Who do you think
Right.
I would have said?
Well,
Or
who's mine?
Yeah.
Now, you got a little qualifier on her, good juju, right? I don't really know what that means. The person in this movie I would most want to gamble with is obviously Ginger.
Too volatile.
That's the fun of it.
That's too
Gambling is volatile.
Look, I tend to shy away from volatile personalities, and I don't think I would be terrified, absolutely terrified to gamble with Nikki.
Yeah, he's off. I don't even want to be in the same casino as that guy.
Yeah. Ginger would be fun.
Yeah.
She's just so volatile, but I get it. I get it.
I'm cool with her stealing from me. Like, whatever.
Yeah.
We're doing this.
Okay. Who's she played by? What's the Heather? Heather
Sharon Stone.
Oh, Sharon Stone. Okay, Sharon Stone. All right. Well,
all right.
I like Billy Sherbert.
Yeah, good pull. All right, on to number one. I would never would have known who that was.
I have a feeling that this isn't going to be as high of a rated movie for you.
Yeah.
But this is definitely, I would say, my favorite movie. Number one, drum roll, please.
Yeah.
It's the only movie left to be considered, so it has to be Rounders.
Yeah.
Is my favorite gambling movie of all time.
It's a classic.
It's the definitive Texas Hold'em movie. Mike McDermott represents the purist who views poker as a game of skill, while his friend Worm represents the grifter who views it as a way to cheat. The underlying story is Mike's struggle between the respectable life, law school, and his true nature as a rounder. It brilliantly details the tells, the psychology of the tilt, and the underground New York card rooms. The final showdown with petty KGB is a classic study of patience versus ego. So I'm going to say a couple things before I get into these specific rankings.
Okay.
This movie I first watched in the early 2000s.
Yeah.
When poker boom was happening.
Mm-hmm.
This movie has several of my favorite actors of all time.
Wow. Yeah. Okay.
This movie, it's not even about my favorite form of gambling, but I love the movie so much that this is easily one of my all-time favorite. If you had asked me before we got into the whole let's be gambling aficionados,
Yeah, right.
individuals that we are,
Right.
like back when I couldn't even go to a casino yet. This was in my very top favorite movies of all time. And I don't have that list. Like, I don't have a list right now of these are my favorite. This is my top 5.
Yeah, right.
This would be in the conversation for my absolute favorite movie of all time. So let's get into it. How well does it scratch the gambling itch? This received a 10 out of 10.
Okay.
Losing to KGB, battling to get his bankroll back, beating KGB. Oh, so good. So good. Worm cheating. One of my favorite actors of all time.
Yeah,
Edward Norton.
so good.
Edward Norton is an amazing actor, and he plays the character of the Worm impeccably.
Yeah, he kind of steals the show in this one.
He is the best character in the movie.
Yeah.
And look, I got a huge soft spot for Matt Damon.
Yeah, okay.
Big soft spot for Matt Damon. I mean, John Malkovich, great character for Teddy KGB.
Hilarious.
Kanish,
Awesome.
come on, John Turturro. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
This cast is outstanding.
Yeah.
How accurate is the gambling? 10 out of 10. I feel all of it. I used to play poker.
Yeah.
So like I get those feelings. The feeling of the loss when it happened. That's what I was not a great poker player, right? Thought I was, like every college kid thought they were.
Yeah.
But I wasn't a great poker player. So I got used to kind of some of those feelings of, no.
Yeah, right. I didn't see that coming.
Yeah. So a 10 out of 10 on the accuracy of the gambling. How good was the ending? 9.5 out of 10. The only tiny deduction was the obviousness of Teddy KGB's tell. Like, it's not like a subtle tick.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of a big obvious one.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Yeah.
That's the only issue I had with it. But otherwise, I mean, the showdown, you made fun of me for how much I said grittiness in this. This epitomizes it.
This is great.
Right here in this movie.
Yeah.
The way he comes back, the way he wins, the way he decides, screw law school. I'm not a lawyer. I'm a poker player.
Yeah.
He's going off at the end of the movie to play in the World Series of Poker. When I'm watching the movie, that was like our dream in college. Like, oh my God, how cool would it be to beat Chris Moneymaker? You know?
Yeah.
Absolutely outstanding. Overall rating, and this is where we're splitting hairs. I gave this a 9.75 as well.
Yeah. Okay.
So this tells you Casino and Rounders are on the same level as each other.
Yeah.
This is as great a gambling movie as you can get. So well acted, so well set. The casting was phenomenal. The movie itself was absolutely amazing. Pay the man his money is one of the all-time greatest movie lines ever stated.
Yes.
And as I mentioned, this isn't just my favorite gambling movie. This might be my all-time favorite.
Okay.
Movie.
Yeah. All right. So 9.75 again.
9.75.
Yeah. Like you said, this is very quotable. This definitely was like part of the catalyst for the poker boom, right? Like this movie had to have a lot to do with that, right?
Yep.
Absolutely everyone in America has seen this movie, which is awesome.
Yeah.
I've been into gambling movies for a long time.
Yeah.
I used to try to casually, while I'm gambling, ask people what their favorite gambling movie was.
Yeah.
Everyone says this movie, so I stopped asking. I
Really?
just like, this is the only one you've seen, guys? That to be said, I do love this movie. It's great. I love how they go on their little poker room to poker room adventure. That's hilarious. Yeah, I got nothing but good things to say about this one. It's not my number one. It's my number 2.
This would be your number 2?
That's
what I was going to ask you. I was going to say how far below.
This is so nostalgic for us, right?
Like, I feel like number 1 and number 2 are too obvious. Like, I knew it was going to be those 2 movies when I came into it. I watched 22 movies, and at the end of it, I said, there's a reason that these are the culture-setting movies when it comes to gambling.
Yeah.
Like, if someone doesn't have Casino and Rounders as 1, 2 in some order, to me, I'm like, really?
Yeah.
But I appreciate it. If you have another movie and there's a reason why,
Yeah.
I keep saying it, let me know.
I do also own this one.
How many times you watched it?
I guesstimate this at 25.
Okay. So that's your second most watched out of all of them. That makes sense. Okay.
Yeah. I think I might have bought this and Two for the Money on the same day from the $5 bin at Circuit City.
Nice. Circuit City, shout out that
Shout out
place.
Circuit City.
Half our listeners don't know what that is.
Yeah, right. Isn't that hilarious? Yeah, you want to guess on the Rotten Tomatoes on this one?
Same thing. It damn well better be over 70%.
Yeah. 65. Isn't that crazy?
What?
Yeah. So,
this is why people should not listen to movie critics. Movie critics need to go away. You're doing a bad job, people.
Can I guess the MVP on this?
Yeah, you're going to know it.
Is it Joey Knish?
Of course.
Yeah.
Wise older cat with stories to tell is my comment on Joey Knish.
Yeah.
He's phenomenal.
That's
He's the
great.
guy. He's the only reasonable person in the movie.
Right. It's like I know a lot more now about gambling and stuff. When I was first watching this movie, I'm just like, why do these guys just not go to Atlantic City every day? It seems so much easier than dealing with all these other weirdos in these poker rooms.
Yeah.
Russians and all that stuff. Yeah.
That's where the money is.
Right.
Yeah. So, yeah, Joey Knish. As I said, both were rated 9.7.
Yeah. Great
To
job.
me, Rounders and Casino are on a level above the next three. And I feel like Mississippi Grind, California Split, and The Cooler are probably on another level than the next five. And it kind of goes.
Yeah. The
goes
second
from
tier.
there.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's my ranking. There it is. My list of the greatest gambling movies of all time. Before we finish off, Juice, if you were to have any one beef with any of the movies and where I put them, what would be your biggest beef with my list?
I feel like our two lists probably diverge the most with The Hustler, but I have not seen that in a long time, and I will rewatch it.
That was my number 12 movie.
Yeah.
Okay.
In fact, that was middle of the road, and I think it's just my bias because it's so old.
Okay. All
But
right.
I'm going to give it another chance.
Give it another watch. I think that I was a little biased in that too because I kind of fell head over heels for Minnesota Fats.
I might go do a pass at the old Mega Replay on the used DVD wall. See what I can find.
Let's do it. Just to wrap things up, I had a blast on this project. I'll say this: work is easy when you love it.
You spent some time on this.
Yeah, this was one of the more
Couple months?
Yes, over 2 months, I think. This was one of the more fun, creative, interesting projects I think the two of us that I've ever engaged in.
Yeah,
For
fantastic.
this podcast. So, folks, let us know what you think. What did I get right? And what did I get wrong? If there are any movies we should have rated but didn't, drop us a note.
Yeah, please. That would be awesome.
We love hearing from listeners, and we'd love more gambling movie recommendations. That's going to do it for us this week. I think we need to go watch a gambling movie now. Good juju to your bets, everyone, and we'll talk again soon.